Alphas mate while betas wait. I don't know how many times I've just been out in a venue, pulled a random girl, and within literally seconds, I'm making out with that girl. She's grabbing my ass. We're going off to the bathroom together, right? She's taking me home. And I don't know how many times, same girl ends up hooking up with some guy that becomes her boyfriend. And then later she has to call me and tell me, if he ever calls you, if he ever asks if we've ever had sex or whatever, you have to tell him that I made you wait. If he asks if I had sex with you the first time we went out, don't answer. Just say that we were dating for a while. This is the kind of reality that the blue pill doesn't want you to know about. These are the kind of things that a lot of girls will do with a guy that is able to amp her emotions up. A guy who is charismatic. A guy who is able to make her feel certain things that betas can't. A guy who is able to pump her buying temperature. That's something that we used to talk about in the pickup community, is being able to pump the girl's buying temperature. Being able to pump up her emotions to the point where she buys, right? So a lot of times when I take out newbies, for example, and we're in a venue and I do an instant makeout, right? Where I grab the girl, I start making out with her. I mean, I haven't even met the girl yet. I don't even know her name. Barely said 2 words except for, hey, you, come here, you know. And all of a sudden we're making out. A lot of times I've made out with a girl without saying a single word, like, then just start making out. These are things that she will never tell the beta about, right? These are things that these girls will never tell these guys that she enters long-term relationships with. Because I've been doing games so long, I've seen a lot of these girls that I hooked up with very, very quickly, and not only with me, but with other guys. Like, they enter a relationship with a guy, and it's like a complete, like, 180. They're a completely different person with these guys. And then I hear the story, and they'll tell me, like, oh, yeah, so this guy, he's a good partner. He's going to be, yeah, he's like my boyfriend now. And then I'll always ask out of curiosity, like, how long did you make him wait before you had sex? She's like, oh, like 3 months. I'm like, 3 months? This dude waited 3 months to have sex with you. She's like, shh, shut up, you asshole. You better not say anything. You better not say anything. She's like, I really like him. You better not say anything. I'm like, I'm not going to talk to the guy. I'm not going to say anything. But I'm like, damn, man, 3 months? Really? You know, a lot of guys too, they even get upset when I've shown like infield videos, even as simple as an instant makeout. A lot of guys will comment like, no, actress, this can't be happening. Girls don't do this. Women don't do this. No, this is not real, right? Their minds cannot grasp what's happening. It's like, no, you don't even know this girl. Why are you making out with her? It's like, hey, welcome to the real world, right? Again, alphas mate, betas wait, right? Alphas mate, betas wait. The more beta the girl thinks you are, the longer she's going to make you wait. The more alpha the girl thinks you are, the more she's just going to go for it. Now, there's some pros and cons to this, okay? I'm going to be real here. I'm going to be honest. There's some pros and cons. When the girl just jumps in bed with you like that and she just goes for it, that girl, like deep down, she knows that this is not going to be a long-term thing. She knows that you guys are probably not going to last. I mean, the passion pretty much dies out very quickly. With the beta that she makes wait, I mean, they're building more of a foundation, right? And those relationships tend to last longer. So there's some pros and cons to that. I mean, if you just grab a girl and you do an instant makeout with her, you have sex with her on the first date, stuff like that, you do a same night pull, that chick will generally not become a girlfriend of yours, even if you do like her beyond the sex. So you're like, this is a cool chick, I want to see her again. Because you've already gone that far, she is never going to take you seriously. You know, and I've made that mistake. I've had some girls like that I was on that night, had worked phenomenal game. I was just on top of my game and almost a little too good. You know, I got the girl, had sex with her, and I really liked her. I was like, I kind of like this chick. I want to see her again. And, you know, she might have went out with me again, or she might even had sex with me again, but she never would look at me like, oh, yeah, I could take this guy seriously, right? I want to build something with this guy. It was always like, oh, that's Matt. You know, no, that's how he is, and this is a relationship we have, and I don't want that type of like long-term monogamous relationship with him. So there's some pros and cons to this, right? At the end of the day, alpha's mate, beta's wait. I hear stories of guys that have taken the girl out on just dozens of dates and have barely gotten a kiss from her, maybe felt up some boobies, and really that's it after like almost like a half a dozen dates. I'm like, what are you doing, man? You have to let this girl know that you're about to move on if, doesn't start like moving in the direction that you want it to move. Say you really like this girl, right? And you do want to build something with her. It's not like you want to have sex with her on the first night. If you don't want to do that, you should at least have sex by at least the third date, okay? Assuming that you've gotten to know each other and assuming that, you've done everything right. I mean, by the third date, I would say that's pretty fair. But a lot of these girls will make guys wait like forever. Now, it's understandable if the girl is, say she's a virgin, right? My college girlfriend was a virgin. So she wanted to wait, and she was really, really traditional. So she was an Italian girl, totally traditional Italian girl, very traditional Italian father. Even like kissing this girl was like, whoa, it was like I was like one of the first guys to really make out with her and stuff like that. So it took a while to finally have sex, and obviously she was a virgin, right? And I think it was like a good 3 months, right? And especially being a college kid, that's like forever. That was the longest I waited for anybody, was 3 months, and we were going on multiple dates, and it did get to the point where I was threatening to leave. I mean, it really got to that point, and then she was like, okay, I'll give in. So there are certain circumstances where that does make sense. So if you're like a high school kid following my stuff, or, you're a freshman in college and your girlfriend's like 17 or 18 and she's still a virgin, and, you went on 3 dates, I mean, yeah, you have to be a little reasonable here. If she's like not willing to give up her virginity after the third date. But in most cases, right, especially for these girls who are post-wall, who are now damaged goods, who rode the carousel throughout their 20s and now are here in their 30s after riding all these alpha bad boys, spent that entire decade of her 20s riding the baloney pony, right? I should trademark that term. She was riding the baloney pony throughout her 20s. Now here she is with you, and she's making you wait, right? Now, making you wait. Not gonna have sex with you, mister. Not cool, not cool. A lot of times too, these girls will do things with the alpha bad boy, right? She might have let the alpha bad boy have anal sex with her. Dude might have came on her face and stuff like that. Done all sorts of crazy shit with her in probably crazy places too. Lots of crazy positions. Things like that she will not do with the beta male, right? She does not want the beta male to know how sexually liberal she was acting with these other guys. So you'll notice that a lot of these girls, if they're honest or if they get drunk one night, you might be able to get them to confess and tell you stories oh, so tell me about your last boyfriend. What's the craziest thing you ever done together? Where's the craziest place you ever had sex? And all of a sudden it'll come out, right? Because she's too drunk to cover up. And then she'll just tell you exactly what she did with the alpha bad boy. And you'll be like, whoa. You said you never did that before. And she'll be like, oh, and then you'll kind of catch her in her lies. At the end of the day, alpha's mate, beta's wait. That doesn't only include just waiting for sex, but that also includes different acts, different sexual acts in bed that she might not be doing with you, that she totally did with the alphas that she used to date, right? And many of those sexual acts she might have done on the very first night that she met those dudes, where with you, she's making you wait for it. She's making you work for it a little harder. Maybe she's trying to extract more compliments, more attention, more validation, more free dates, more free dinners, right? She's making you wait, right? And that's not the only reason. Obviously, she doesn't want you to think that she is a hoe, right? She wants you to see her as a housewife, as a potential LTR, because she wants to build something with you. So she doesn't want you to get that idea that she's that type of girl. It's crazy how these girls will do that to their beta provisioners, guys who are willing to really sacrifice and commit themselves to her. Those are the guys who should be getting rewarded. I'm just being real. I mean, those are the guys who are really working for it, and they should be rewarded for that. Apparently, when it comes to female mind, it's not a meritocracy, right? It's just, she's going to do what's in her best interest. A lot of these girls, that's what they do. Mate with the alphas while they make the betas wait. And, you know, I've just experienced with a number of girls that I've been, that I've been sexual with very, very quickly. The second they get into an LTR with a guy, these girls just disappear. They want to pretend like they never knew me because they don't want the guy to ever find out what she did with me, right? They don't want the guy to ever find out, like, oh, you know, this sexual act that we just did that it took like 2 years for me to do with you. Yeah, I just did it with this guy in like the same night I met him. Right? Yeah, it's insane. This is why I talk about women having skeletons in the closet. A lot of these chicks have so many skeletons in the closet. And I mean, really, a lot of this can be kind of bypassed if you just date good girls. I mean, if you just don't go for girls who are damaged goods. I mean, because girls who are damaged goods, who are going to ride the carousel, they're going to do all sorts of nasty shit with guys, you know, while they're riding the carousel. And a lot of these guys that will do it with on the first night, it's not until they get into their 30s and 40s when they've lost their sexual market value and they're no longer at the peak of their physical attractiveness that they start going for these beta provisioners, these safe guys, these nice guys, and start becoming prudes, right? All of a sudden it's like, nope, no, I don't kiss on the first date, mister. Nope. Not until the third date will I even hold your hand, right? It's like, third date, maybe we can hold hands, mister. Maybe I'll give you a little bit of that cheek. Maybe, if you're lucky, give me a little peck on the cheek before you say goodnight. That's the kind of girl I am. Like, not knowing, like, in her 20s, like, what she was, all this crazy shit she was doing in bed with guys she barely knew. This is why I don't want you guys rescuing these post-wall females in their 30s and 40s. I'd rather have you going after these good women in their 20s while they're still at this peak of their sexual prime, their physical prime, I should say. They're still at the peak of that, and they haven't like done all this crazy stuff with random men. It's insane, man. The stories I hear about these like betas, these beta simps who rescue these post-wall women, these former hotties that are over the age of 30. Some of these chicks are even single moms now. They tell me like, no, she's a good girl. You know, she made me wait like almost a year before we even had sex. Like, really? Do you think she made all those other dudes wait a year? That's what she told me. That's what she told you, really? The thing is, when you ask a girl like how many guys she slept with, especially if you're in an LTR with her, she is going to tell you about all of her boyfriends. She is not going to tell you about all of those random guys that she slept with from the club, while she was in Cabo, while she was doing a weekend trip in Vegas with her girlfriends. No, she's not going to tell you about all those guys. She's only going to tell you about her boyfriends, right? So you got to be careful there, okay? You got to be careful. But like I said, this can all be bypassed. You can avoid these type of women if you just don't go after damaged goods and you stick with good girls who are still at the peak of their SMV in their 20s. And you don't have to be part of that expression that I'm going to trademark right now. Alphas mate while betas wait, right? You don't have to be part of that. You don't have to be part of the betas who wait. You can be part of the alphas who mate, right? Hook up with these girls in their 20s, and if you want to settle with one of them, hey, you're getting her in her prime. You're keeping her from riding the carousel, right? Probably got yourself a good girl. And with that said, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so that you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. Okay, more importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay, it helps me out a ton, especially right now, guys. YouTube is on this just purge of, not promoting channels like ours that are trying to help men. Okay, they don't like this type of content. So I need you guys to help me spread the word. So if you have other like-minded friends of yours who are also ready to be unplugged from the blue pill matrix and are ready to be red pilled, share my coaching videos with them so they could get a taste of what they're going to learn. Okay, promote my work and get them to subscribe to my channel, right? But it helps me out a ton when you guys are subscribed to my channel, because then we could really help grow and really build this thing and really change the world, right? That's what we're here to do. We're here to change the world. So Can't do it all by myself. Need you guys to help me out. So appreciate it if you subscribe and you get other like-minded Red Pill friends of yours to subscribe to my channel as well. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this Red Pill, Gold Pill, and Platinum Pill content even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, baby. The best looking and most high caliber women on the planet. The type of women that your friends can only dream about. The type of women that your friends will only see in magazines. I'm going to teach you how to get these girls and bring them into your life. I'm going to teach you where to find them, what to say to them, how to approach them, and how to bring them into your life. I'm teaching you guys this stuff in 7 Months to Mastery. Okay? And I have many successful students who've been with me for years now that are in successful relationships. I've had more than a few students marry the woman of their dreams. We get thank you letters literally every single day. Okay, my staff, myself, constantly getting comments, thank you letters, like, oh my God, Em, you saved my life. I married the woman of my dreams, and oh, we've got this beautiful family now, and oh, you know, I met this girl and now she's my girl. I can't believe this chick is my girlfriend. Oh my God, I've dreamt about this chick forever. So I teach you how to get these girls and bring them into your life, right? The hottest girls on the planet. It's the 8s, 9s, and 10s. That's all we focus on, guys. So if you want to jump into 7 Months to Mastery, the first month is only $1, right? It's only $1 for the entire first month. And the reason why it's only $1 is because I want you to check it out for yourself and see how powerful these coaching lessons actually are and how much they can actually help you. So it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons, and all you have to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.